both sides seem to be only concerned about trading charges, avoiding accountability, and blaming each other for the current state of affairs. We are being given history lessons, sir, viewed through two very different lenses. It needs to be a more constructive dialogue focused on finding solutions rather than finding the guilty party. It's not a trial, sir, to determine who is guilty and who is not, but it's a dialogue where we have to look for robust and constructive solutions. There's no doubt that we'll either be discussing drought or floods or agrarian crisis or price rise in every session, sir. In this 16th Lok Sabha, this is the third time we're speaking on this subject, but we still don't seem to be finding the way forward. Sir, when the farmer is in crisis, all poor people in the country will be in crisis. The country cannot prosper while the farmers are in crisis, sir. We need to find durable and sustainable solutions. I'd also participated last time when the issue was discussed and gave some suggestions to the government, but I don't know where those suggestions have gone. There's no doubt that we are part of the NDA, but it does not stop me from ventilating the voice and concerns of the people who are really reeling with unprecedented rise in prices of essential commodities. If you look at the statistics, on the one hand, inflation has come down to half of what it used to be. Fiscal deficit has narrowed by a third. The current account deficit has gone down from 5% of GDP in 2013 to just 1% of GDP in 2016. And foreign exchange reserves are at a record high. This is one side of the picture, sir. On the other side, industrial growth is not so encouraging. Retail inflation, or consumer price index, has gone up to 5.77%, which is the highest in the last 22 months. Of course, we all should agree that this is half of what it used to be in November 2013. It was 11.16% in 2013. The other things are not pinching the common man. It is this 5.77% inflation which is pinching, because the prices of essential commodities have gone up even when you compare it to what they used to be in November 2013. I'm not denying the fact that government is taking steps. It is taking the necessary steps. But since the outcome is not visible to people in the form of reduced prices, naturally there will be agitation outside and furor inside this House, sir. I am told that the Competition Commission initiated an inquiry, but it is immaterial for the people whether the Competition Commission has initiated inquiry behind the sudden surge in prices or the government is importing pulses or seasonal variation between demand and supply. People want their basic and essential commodities at affordable prices. That is the bottom line. The main problem with regard to pulses is we are able to produce around 16 to 17 million tons, but the demand is 24 to 25 million tons, and the gap needs to be filled through imports. For example, pulses output declined to 17.15 million metric tons in 2014-15 from 19 million metric tons in the previous year. Last year, there was a further dip to 17 million metric tons when the domestic demand is 24 million tons. So I strongly feel that supply-side factors such as inadequacy of agricultural output in proportion to the population, inadequacy of industrial output due to various factors, including global slowdown, and high-priced imports are influencing the price level of various commodities. Last time when I spoke on price rise, I had made some suggestions for the consideration of the government. I understand that the government has not acted on them. So even if this is a repetition, I wish to reiterate and request the government to at least give a thought to these suggestions, sir. The Food Security Act emphasizes rice and wheat and not giving any place for pulses. Had pulses been included in the Food Security Act, we would have been achieving the twin objectives of giving the much needed proteins to the poor people and also increasing the production and productivity of pulses. The second point is we are not giving priority to MSP in pulses, sir. They're always graded next to cereals. This is affecting the production and the productivity. Let me substantiate my point, sir. Production of food grains in 1950 to 51 was 50.85 million tons, and now it's gone up to around 270 million tons thanks to the Green Revolution. It means that there's more than 5 times increase in the production of food grains. When it comes to pulses, the production in 1950-51 was 8.4 million tons, and today that production is about 17 million tons. If you look at the productivity of pulses when compared to other countries and the world average, we're also lagging far behind, sir. Our productivity is 694 kilograms per hectare. China is at 1,567, almost 3 times our productivity, sir. Even Pakistan has 762 kgs per hectare, and Nepal has 791 kgs, are ahead of us, sir. These 2 examples will give enough indication of the importance that we are giving or not giving to pulses, sir. I'm not repeating here the other suggestions made by me last time to increase productivity and production of pulses, as they're already there with the Honorable Minister, and I'm limited by the time, sir. In 2010-11 budget, the government had started BGREI, or Bringing Green Revolution to Eastern India. It has brought very good results, and the food grain production in Eastern India has gone up by 15% when compared to the all-India production growth of only 3%. So in the same manner, we should give greater emphasis on pulse revolution, sir, as part of the tricolor revolution propounded by the Honorable Prime Minister on the lines of the Green Revolution, White Revolution, and now the BGREI revolution, sir. This will make our country self-sufficient in pulses if we are successful. I also welcome the Prime Minister's Fasal Bima Yojana. It's a very good scheme started 6 months ago. Many farmers are showing very keen interest since it has very less premium rates of 2% for kharif crops, 1.5% for rabi crops, and just 5% for all horticulture and commercial crops. I only suggest the Honorable Minister, even though he is not concerned with this scheme, to convey to the Agriculture Minister to take up this scheme to every farmer in the country, sir. Subsidies given to farmers are also important. If you look at the subsidies given by India and other countries, we are way behind at just 2.3%, sir. US is giving 26% subsidy, China is giving 34% subsidy, South Africa is giving 60% subsidy, but we are just giving 2.3% subsidy, in spite of the fact that more than 60% of our population depend on agriculture income, sir. So this has to be increased to at least 10% in the coming 1 or 2 years, sir. This is another suggestion. Sir, I'm concluding. I just want to give a couple of points about my state. Sir, only the day before, yesterday I had raised in this very house the need to have a separate agriculture budget for agriculture rather than combining it in the general budget, sir. Even if you combine the railway budget, we should still look at having a separate budget for agriculture. The state of AP, for the first time in the country, has done this, sir, has introduced a separate budget for agriculture from 2014-15 onwards to boost the socio-economic conditions of farmers and make agriculture profitable and farmers prosper. So I suggest for consideration for introduction of a separate budget for agriculture, which will go a long way in helping the farmers. Secondly, under the able leadership of Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, in spite of facing drought in the last 2 years, AP distributes pulses through the PDS system, sir. The government is providing essential 33 commodities to 4 crore people through PDS with an expenditure of 2,459 crores in 15-16. In 16-17, this expenditure is estimated to be 2,700 crores, so that the prices of essential commodities do not hurt the purchasing power of our citizens. The government of Andhra Pradesh, with an objective to deliver all welfare and development services directly to the beneficiaries and to eliminate middlemen and removing all fake and ineligible beneficiaries, has linked Aadhaar Jan Dhan Yojana with the direct transfer of benefit scheme of several welfare and development programs. Sir, Krishna district, I'm completing, sir. Krishna district is the first district in the country to implement electronic point of sale. Now anyone can take ration from any PDS in the district. We are going to implement this in all the 13 districts, and this will eliminate bogus card holders and bring down corruption in the PDS, sir. So these are suggestions, sir, which are very useful compared to the debate that we've been having. So 1 or 2 more, and it'll just take me 1 or 2 minutes, sir. The other significant step that the government of AP has taken, when government of India released 21,000 metric tons of tur and urad from the buffer stocks to states at subsidized rate of 120 per kg to stabilize the price of pulses, we are distributing tur dal at a highly subsidized rate of 50 rupees per kg through PDS in Andhra Pradesh, sir. Finally, sir, the wastage also has to be brought down. I'm saying this because India stands at the top of the world in wastage of agriculture products, and nearly 44,000 crores rupees worth of fruits, vegetables and grains are wasted in the country every year due to non-availability of storage facilities, warehousing methods and archaic procurement procedures. These have to be changed, sir. With these words, and with the hope that the Honourable Minister will ponder over the suggestions made by me and respond, I conclude my observations and thanking you once again, sir.
एक नया नारा चला है, गांव में, शहरों में, कस्बों में एक नया नारा चला है। कस्बों में बच्चे कह रहे हैं, हर हर मोदी, हर हर मोदी, हर हर मोदी, हर हर मोदी।